What's up guys, it's your boy Ru and we are back for another Kuro no Kiseki video, and in this one we are going to discuss this week's Famitsu scans. Super dope, super hype, lot for us to discuss over here. I did do another video covering and giving some of my thoughts of the 30-second WebCM video. If you haven't seen that already, the link will be in the description down below, as well as the link to the overall Kuro no Kiseki review playlist in the upper right hand corner. So definitely go check either of those out. Now, we got three different kind of things over here. This scan right here, Zin and Fi, we've already talked about in full length in the previous video, so I'm not gonna, set them to the side. So the main focus over here for this scan is going to be Walter and the Golden Butterfly. Here, we have got Shizuna Rem Mitsurugi Hime-sama. Once again, talked to her in full length. I did her along with Zin and Fi in a whole separate video. If you haven't seen that, it's on the playlist. So the main focus for this scan is going to be these two environments over here, these two cities. Third one, I found super excited when I first found this reveal because I did not see this coming at all. I had no idea this was going to be a thing when I saw it in the trailer. But we have got Grendel, Vaughn, and this little AI figure. First up to bat, we've got Walter Kron. And this dude's design, I absolutely love his design. He's got the lettery fits. I think it fits him perfectly with that little hairstyle, with the glasses, with the beard. Dope. Love the gloves for that hand-to-hand tough combat, you feel me? And he's even got the society, I believe that's society mark right over here if we go up close. That little design he has on his gloves, super clean. Love this dude's design. So he's also known as the Direwolf, Enforcer number 8. This dude is 37 years old. For 37-year-old, he's looking kind of clean. He is looking kind of clean. How is he 37? I don't know. What type of math is that? You feel me? Now, he is a smoke demon. He is an utter smoke demon and he practices Taito. So you know, Zin, Kilikaroran, Direwolf, all three Taito practitioners, he used to be their senior pupil. So I want to see an interaction between the three of them. Where at the bare minimum, Walter and Zin need to meet up. They need to throw hands, Goku vs Vegeta style. He became too obsessed with power. And you can tell by his smoke, this dude is about nothing good. Nothing good can come from his face. Or these mana blades. These spiritual pressure driven mana blades he's got going on next to his fist. Or maybe it's just how quickly his hand moves. I have no idea. But he is a problem. He went from the sort of quote unquote friendly type of fisting style of the Taito and adopted the murderous fist. So you know, that sounds pleasant. But this kind of also looks like a craft. So if it's a craft, does that mean we'll get to play with them? Kind of going along with the LGC system implementation, right? With the C alignment, the chaos alignment. If you follow into that route, we'll be allying with Direwolf. Potentially be able to use him as a playable character because, as we're going to see in this next screenshot right here, Vaughn is with Direwolf. Direwolf is with Vaughn. Vaughn is with Direwolf. They're in the same room. Look at their faces. This guy over here, Walter, is looking for some young man. What? Who is he looking for? Who are you looking for, buddy? Why are you looking for him, more importantly? And why did you looking for that young man make you run into Vaughn and the Spriggans? What the heck is going on with this situation? I want to know. The VA for Walter is going to be Takahiro Yoshimitsu, and he was actually the original. He did the previous voice actings for Walter, so it's going to be the same person. And he actually did a Puel in Kakarot's. Next up, we have got the Golden Butterfly. And I'm going to be calling her Golden Butterfly because her real name, Lucretia, is still, Golden Butterfly. As y'all can tell, she is an extremely plot-driven character, so she's going to have an amazing story. Because she has got plots, and her plot is supported by her strong backstory, by her spine. You know what I'm saying? Main thing I love with her outfit is that it really seems to suit her. You know what I'm saying? It nicely hugs her frame. Well, first of all, she's got that. But the main thing is this. You cannot see her eyes, fam. This right here is what tells me that the Golden Butterfly is a nasty, filthy lady. Her eyes are covered. Alphen from Tales of Arise. Look at that. Eye covered. He initially starts with both eyes covered and then it becomes one of his eyes covered. So, that's one. If you watch JJK, you know exactly who this man is. One of the greatest characters of all time. One of the baddest of men. Gojo Sensei. Covered his eyes. That's how I know the Golden Butterfly is nasty. So she is an enforcer, like I stated, the Golden Butterfly, enforcer number 3. We can't tell what her facial expressions are thanks to this hat and the fact she's covering her eyes. So what is behind here? What is behind this covering? What are your eyes looking like? Do you have special abilities? Do you have ocular powers? Do you have a Sharingan? Apparently, she has a very dignified, elegant, soothing tone to her speech patterns and her voice, but she's nasty, she's cold, she's an assassin, which we'll talk about in a little bit. This right sleeve for a court thing. This identity of this person is probably going to be important, fam. Something to just keep in mind. The Golden Butterfly, along with Kruger, belong to the Order of the Moonlight Horse, that assassins organization that fought against Ouroboros. Who took her down? Because I can't remember. I don't remember if it was the Oathbreaker, somebody, who the heck. I don't remember who was the one that took down the Order of the Moonlight Horse. She fought Ouroboros, she lost, and then she joined. Now, for her choice of weapon, she uses a Dusk Glaive, and this photo does not really do her justice. Although she looks nice, butter knife on top of a staff, I don't know, but this looks dangerous. This in the hands of this is dangerous to handle her, to make it more interesting, so she can have some fun. Because as we can see over here, she's fighting against the crew. We've got Aron, got Vaughn, and we got Barry, and she is clapping them up. She is clapping their cheeks. Oh, and apparently this weapon of hers has the ability to like distort space or something. I don't know, because it kind of looks like there's some sort of spatial dislocation happening here. But I don't know. This is that sleeve in that previous photo. There's some rumors going around that this guy is the Oathbreaker. I'm saying rumors because at the time I'm recording this, I have not seen like if so fact so confirmation. Like no one with massive credentials has not stated that for a fact that that's the Oathbreaker as of current time I'm recording this video. He's with Golden Butterfly. He was with Walter. He looks like they're those two's leader. So he's probably a problem. He is probably an issue. Lastly for the GB, they hired Kana Ueda. Hopefully I said that right. And once again, they dropped stacks. They burned greens for the VA. So, for the love of everything, they've dropped massive amounts, copious amounts, piles of cash money on the VAs for some of these characters. Can there please be more than 15% to 20% of the dialogue like actually voiced, please? So Golden Butterfly is going to have the same voice actor as Anastasia, and of course, I actually haven't watched any Fate yet. I'm planning to watch some Fate in the next coming weeks if I can find some time. But, here we go. That should be more than enough for y'all. But if you've watched Fate, this right here should be more than enough. More than enough. And if it is not, so we got a couple of new locations. This one right here is the Creil village, and this is actually a rural area with about 1,000 people. And this is actually a place where people come for just recreation purposes, just to kind of hang out, chill out, maybe have a nice cold one, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate this nice beautiful view, because I mean look at this, you know what I'm saying? We got some nice looking buildings, got some greenery, we got the mountains in the background, and supposedly this trail leads to the North Highlands. And also supposedly Jaegers come just to kind of like go to the bar, you know what I'm saying, have a drink, grab some food, maybe some chicken wings, some fries. Apparently people are okay with it. Now the second area, we can already tell, has a whole different vibe and feeling to it than the Creil village. This place, Longlai, is a small local city. About 20,000 people around stay here. It's got a little eastern kind of vibe to it, and actually, supposedly, merchants used to use this place as sort of like a pathway or a connector to get to the eastern Zemurian side, like the eastern side of the Zemurian continent. However, as we know from I believe it's CS3 with Yun Kaipa's Litter Terrain, eastern Zumeria is kind of barren, it's kind of dry, it's become a desert. So because of that, there's no more merchants that travel through Longlai as much. And a lot of these areas, they just look great. Like in general, these areas just look amazing. And this place is actually a resort. Like this place actually gets used as a resort area, which I think is dope. Basically, the two main attractions for it to being a resort where people can just come hang out and chill is one is tea. So they have unique tea leaves. They've got hot springs. So we've got tea leaves. We've got hot springs. Kuro no Kiseki. Let's get some bonding events. Give me some bonding events. Let me see it. Let's have a nice trip to the springs. One last thing before I move on. This place is actually used as a training grounds for 3 different martial arts styles. Taito, which we know, you know what I'm saying? Kilika, Zin, Direwolf, and some other side character that I'm not even going to mention. And then, next, Kunlun, Kunlun. I'm not sure what Kunlun is. I don't think I've heard that before, but that's apparently a major high-level martial arts style, so maybe that will come to play in a role in Calvard. And lastly is the Moonflower. And if I'm not mistaken, I need to double check my notes, but I believe at the top of my head that the Moonflower is a style for Aran Wei. Finally, it's time to talk about this right here. So this is actually Ban. This right here is actually Ban Arkride. And the best way to start to explain this is with this right here. This quote-unquote little girl is Mare. Mare is an artificial intelligence AI life form. She is actually, by the way, this is a cute little adorable design. I love how she has elf ears. Mare is actually the hollow core for Vaughn's Zypha battle ornament. Because remember, the Zypha battle ornament has a hollow core. The hollow core is the AI construct. And for Vaughn, that's her. Her, right here. Mare. Mare. In that 30-second clip, we also got to see Judith, the Queen of Calvard. Also do kind of like a similar Henshin transformation. So, I'm really hoping that Mare over here and Judith exclusively have this ability. But usually when she's appearing onto the world, it's as a hologram. If not, I guess she just resides as like a intelligence entity in the Zypha. Apparently she has an assertive personality, kind of, but she doesn't have a free will. So she has no free will, and she does give voice commands to Vaughn, which I did talk about in the video when we discussed the Zypha battle system, that you're going to be getting voice commands. So in Vaughn's case, he gets his voice commands. It's sort of like, I guess you could say, quote-unquote guidance from Mare. Let's talk about how Vaughn goes from this to this. Insanity. This clean transformation. Which, by the way, I love that Vaughn has supernatural powers that he's transforming, but not only is he transforming into what looks like a demonic appearance, but there's also a mech. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to sort of steal some aspects from other goats. You know what I'm saying? Gotta steal some aspects from other goats and implement it into your own bag. You don't copy and paste, you take it and you implement it into your own bag. And that's exactly what Vaughn did over here. He copied his long-lost brother, the GOAT, the greatest, Reen Shortser, took his demonic spirit unification, kind of tweaked it into his own little thing. He took his Balimar mech technology, tweaked it to his own little thing, and he's got this going on over here. Which, by the way, this form right here is called Grendel. Main protagonist, Mare, the AI, combines to form Grendel. Now, when I think about this, this is what I have in mind.
Red Dragon Emperor, if you can hear me at all, respond.
Dragon Booster, second liberation!
Shout out to all my high school DD fans. If you know, you know. But basically, that's what I have in mind here. Because this right here is like Vaughn does not go grab his Tachi and go Spirit Unification, Shinki Goix, and just unleash his inner ability. Like, that's not what's going on over here. So I have no idea what the actual gameplay mechanic is going to look like or how it's going to operate. So after some sort of certain event basically triggered Mare into having her own free will and allowing her to manifest herself into the real world as a hologram. But apparently also after this incident that she can now cover Vaughn in that armor suit. Vaughn's body was covered in a nightmare, transforming him into Grendel. So Mare plus Vaughn equals Grendel. That's the equation. Vaughn's body is just kind of getting covered up by this suit of armor thanks to Mare, similar to Issei in High School DD. For my High School DD fans, you know that reference. And for those of you that just watched it, you can see it's right. You saw his gauntlet arm thing talking, so it's a different entity that he had. It's a different power. That thing generates the armor suit, and then that main character can utilize that armor suit. Similar situation. Who is he going to be fighting against that he needs to utilize this ability? Who is the mastermind? What is the mastermind capable of? What do the powers does that person have? That I'm highly interested in. Hello, people. Hello. Action combats, turn-based, mode switches, shard skills, Zypha. This is fire. This is actual heat. This is flames. My hand can't even touch my mouse because of the fire that's emanating out of my screen right now. Anyways, y'all, that's it for the scans. What do you guys think about these characters? How do you feel about Golden Butterfly? How do you feel about Walter making a reappearance? And especially, how do you feel about Vaughn getting special abilities? How do you feel about Vaughn getting special abilities? I want to know. I'm all for it. I'm here for it. Turn me up. I will leave the link where I go over that 30-second WebCM clip in the description down below. Link to the playlist, upper right hand corner. If you missed anything and you enjoyed this video, definitely go check those out. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, let me cut it here before this gets too long. Thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy the video, then smash the dang like button. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck with school if you got school. Good luck with work. Good luck with family. Take care, fam. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.